AEW Rampage Results March 4, 2022. We are live from the home of AEW, Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Just about 48 hours away from AEW's first PPV of the year, Revolution, and the card is all but rounded out. Your hosts are Excalibur, Taz, Ricky Starks, and Chris Jericho. We're getting right to the action here, so let's not waste any more time. Match number 1. TNT Championship match, Sammy Guevara, C, versus Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo. All three men are in the ring and Andrade has the Yankee pinstripe pants, which means it's all business, baby. Darby and Sammy attack Andrade to start with an enziguri by Sammy and a code red by Darby. Action is fast, as expected. Sammy breaks up Darby's pin attempt and Andrade takes a powder outside. The crowd is split 50-50 and the entire arena knows this is a big match. Sammy has Darby up for a superplex, but Andrade gets underneath them, and he is holding Sammy in a powerbomb position, who's superplexing Darby and walking towards the center of the ring. Unbelievable show of strength here. This is awesome. Yes, crowd, yes, it is. Andrade takes his belt off and he's taking these boys to the woodshed. Andrade launches Sammy face first into the guardrail on the outside and he's in control. Back in the ring, three amigos to Sammy, but the third one is into the turnbuckle. Darby up now, but he gets a backbreaker for his troubles. How good is Andrade? Andrade up top for a moonsault, but Darby moves. Andrade lands on his feet, standing moonsault to Darby. 2 count. All three men are trading strikes in the center. 2-on-1 to Andrade with a super kick to Andrade by Sammy. Andrade gets his knee up as Darby attempts a coffin splash. Andrade up top looking for a moonsault, but Darby crotches him. Darby with the belt to Andrade's back. Andrade in the tree of woe, Sammy out of nowhere. Coast to coast. All three men are down and Andrade rolls outside, but a low suicide dive by Darby takes him out. Darby and Sammy back in the ring and they're trading pinning attempts. Bryce Remsburg has to be exhausted. Andrade is back in and he single arm powerbombs Sammy, but Darby breaks up the pin attempt. Crowd is going bananas, as they should be. Over the shoulder stunner to Andrade by Darby. Darby tosses Sammy outside, coffin drop. 1, 2. Sammy out of nowhere off the top rope with a senton to Darby. Sammy covers Andrade for the 3 count. What a match. I hate Andrade taking the pin here, but someone had to, and it seems like we might be getting a change in Darby, which would be a good idea. Winner and still TNT champion, Sammy Guevara. After the match, Sammy offers his hands to Darby, who isn't interested in making friends. Don't forget, these two will be teaming up on Sunday. Back from the commercial. The Death Triangle are standing here in the ring, and they have issues with the House of Black. Pac, Penta, and Alex Abrahams are standing united, and they say that these three are prepared to take on all members. The House of Black don't want to hear any more, and they hit the ring. Alex says, wait, not all three members are in the ring. Here comes Eric Redbeard. The crowd is going insane as he clears the ring of everyone while the House of Black retreat. I believe this is the second time we've seen Redbeard here in AEW. Match number 2. Keith Lee vs JD Drake. Man, I wish they were doing more with JD Drake, but this is going to be a spot for Keith Lee to shine, ahead of the face of the Revolution ladder match. Powerhouse Hobbs has joined the commentary table. Drake attacks Lee early with chops, but Lee isn't bothered. Lee fires back and Drake is down. Crisscross applesauce here and a pounce by Lee as we go to commercial. Back from commercial with Drake in control and he's chopping down Lee, followed by a single leg drop kick and a cannonball in the corner. How underrated is JD Drake? Drake up top and sticks a moonsault like a larger Great Muta. 1 count. Lee is up and muscles Drake onto the top rope. Drake with a crossbody block and Lee catches him. Lee with a delayed fall away slam, but he tosses him on his shoulders and into a jackhammer. This dude is a monster. That's all she wrote, and this was a fun match. Winner, Keith Lee. After the bell, the wingmen attack Lee, but he disposes of them all without issue. Hobbs and Starks look to join in on the fun, but Orange Cassidy is here, and everyone thinks better of it. We see CM Punk being attended to from last week on Dynamite, and he's a bloody mess. Punk says few people understand that being in as much pain as he's in, makes him feel alive. MJF will find out that CM Punk is the master, and he knows exactly who he is. Punk says he will leave parts of MJF all over Orlando on Sunday, and this is what he deserves. March 6th, CM Punk will become a monster to fight the monsters of the world, because he's CM Punk, and he's better than you. In the back with Jade Cargill, and she says nobody cares about Tay Conti and her karate. 1Q, here's Tay Conti and Anna Jay. Pump kick to Cargill and she's down. You've got 48 hours left as champ. Match number 3. Professor's 5-minute challenge, Serena Deeb vs Leila. Gray knows she only has to survive, so she runs to the outside and makes Deeb chase her. Deeb catches up with her and hits a neck breaker over the middle rope. Deeb rolls Gray back in and looks for a front guillotine choke. Gray taps. That was fast. Winner, Serena Deeb. Deeb locks in the Serenity Lock after the match for good measure. Holy Shida. Shida is here with her kendo stick and looks in fantastic shape. Shida destroys Deeb and the referees pull her off. Tony Schiavone is in the back with the Mad King Eddie Kingston. Eddie tells people to buy the PPV and wants to know why he's here. Eddie doesn't want to talk anymore. Kayfabe may be dead, but we don't have to piss on its grave. Eddie is not only going to eat Jericho alive, but also embarrass him and make him shake his hand. Eddie wants to get some peanut butter pie with Schiavone. Mark Henry is in the back with Christian Cage and Ethan Page on Rampage, and they're both wearing black and yellow. This has to be a rib. Match number 4. Face of the Revolution qualifying match, Christian Cage vs Ethan Page. Page starts fast, but Cage with a diving European uppercut from the second rope and he sounds Page outside. Page gets the upper hand and he dumps Christian, who crawls under the ring to the other side and rolls up Page from behind. What a jokester. Page out at 2 and starts putting the boots to Cage in the corner. Cage looking for a tornado DDT, but Page catches him with an iconoclasm, wrist control. Picks up Cage in a stalling one-armed suplex for what seems like an eternity. Page with a body lock as Christian is down. Both men roll to the outside and Cage with a tornado DDT off the steps to the floor. Cage rolls Page in and delivers some punches in the corner, followed by a twisting sunset flip for a 2 count. Falling reverse DDT by Cage gets another long 2. Cage up top, but Page rolls outside. Cage follows, but Page hits a bottom rope assisted cutter for a quick 2 count. Cage grabs Page from behind, however, and drops him back first over the top turnbuckle. Falling headbutt from the top gets another 2. Cage sets up for a spear, but shoulder block by Page. Page looking for Ego's Edge, but Cage counters into a spear for another 2. Cage looking for the kill switch, but Page goes to the eye and sends Cage into the ring post. Page sets up Cage for the Ego's Edge, but Cage gets out. Kill switch. That will do it. Fine wrestling match here, as it's good to see Christian Cage get a good win. Ethan Page has Dan Lambert, so I wouldn't be worried about him losing any steam. Winner, Christian Cage. Tarzan Boy hits and here comes Jurassic Express. The nice feel-good moment is interrupted by the Young Bucks and Reddy Ragan. O'Reilly grabs one title belt as Matt Jackson grabs the other, and we have a stare down. Luchasaurus grabs the belt back from both of them as Jungle Boy takes out everyone on the outside.